paranoia all the way because I believed that this was the way to go. Once I realized, like, wow, if I had had a reading this morning, I would have had to cancel it. Instead, I went right from dropping my son off at preschool to the vet. And it turned out she needed to be sedated. So, okay, I have that time now. I didn't have any expectations for what I was doing this morning, only that I was probably going to do nothing. So it was wonderful because I now actually had the time, and we ended up getting back just about the time I would finish a reading if I was having a reading. And she's, because of this, she's sitting right by my side, and I was able to take care of one of, the loves in my family, and I was able to take care of my dog. And I am so grateful that I was able to be there for her. And it was only possible because of God and the universe, because I knew that it was in God's hands. I was never worried that anything was seriously going to happen to her. I just trusted. I trusted God. I trusted the vet. I trusted that it was going to work out. Was I disappointed that I didn't have any me time? Sure. But at the same time, I have gotten this wonderful opportunity to cuddle with this beautiful, sweet dog that needs a whole bunch of love. She's had a hard life before she got to us, and I'm grateful for that. It's those expectations, and then it's when you realize that things don't go your way, and situations change, and plans change, and you modify your expectations to those. And now I'm just happy to be here, my friends. I am just happy to be sitting here talking to you. Because if I had been at home and didn't have to take Abby to the vet, then I probably wouldn't be chatting with you. And instead, I have gotten to have a couple of wonderful conversations with friends this afternoon, and I'm spending time with my son. So something else interesting that someone brought up this afternoon was this person had brought up, apparently he had researched psychics and what psychics did. And he said, you have a very unique approach to readings. And it's funny because it never occurred to me to be anyone else. It never occurred to me to research how psychics do readings. I just always talk to everyone like they're a friend. And I think this is something we should all do as people. I think that we should try to treat strangers like friends. There's a wonderful quote, and I forget his name, unfortunately, off the top of my head, but he was a man that has Down syndrome, responded to Ann Coulter. Ann Coulter made fun of him, I think, at something. And he wrote her this beautiful letter, this man with Down syndrome, and said, he signed it, "A friend you haven't made yet." And I like to use that term whenever possible because it really makes me think that strangers are friends I haven't met yet. And it helps me go into situations that maybe I would become uncomfortable in, or, when I'm doing a reading with someone I don't know, I just think of them as a friend that I haven't chatted with yet. And it really changes my point of view on how to approach them. And if we approach everyone, even cashiers, and people that are helping you at, the bookstore or wherever, approaching them as a friend you haven't made yet will help you speak more kindly to them, treat them with respect, treat them with humility. And going back to this woman that emailed me, there definitely was no humility. There definitely was no trying to be understood of maybe there was something going on in my life. It was only, you did not meet my expectations, and you are an absolutely horrible person, and you are completely fake. And that was such negative energy. And when you put that on someone, it's clearly because of things that you are going through. And I feel for her, and I pray that she gets the help she needs. But when you approach people like that, when you approach people that are doing you a service, whether it's fixing your car or your mail carrier, if you approach them in that way because you think they screwed something up, that's not the way to get anything done. You don't, what do they say? You can catch more flies or with sugar or honey than, you can't, or molasses. I forget the saying, but you know what I'm saying? It's about being kind to people. And so with the readings, I treat all of you like friends I have not made yet. And I love it because in the process of reading clients, so many of my clients have become my friends. And when I do a reading, I get involved in your life, and I want to still know what's going on. I love hearing what's going on, and I love seeing things change and things develop because you become this new, bigger, beautiful person. And I don't mean bigger, but my son just walked in, and my son has a tummy ache. So if my son could walk outside the door, and I'm going to continue this podcast because this is so a mom thing, right? You're doing some work and your kids are like, Mom, my stomach hurts. Noah, please go outside and I'll be right there, okay? I'm going to finish talking to my friends on the podcast and then I'll be right there. No, you don't have to go outside. Just go outside the door. Thank you. Thank you very much. So I'm going to finish this podcast with you now because it's been over 20 minutes and I have someone that needs me. And not only is he my son, but he's my friend because he's part of my family. And so are all of you. Once we do a reading together, you can't get rid of me. I'm going to ask how you're doing, and I love being in your lives and being a part of your lives. And even if it's for a split second, I am honored, each and every one of you that has chosen to listen to my podcasts and talk to me and do a reading with me or do a question with me. Because let's be honest, I am not going to get it every single time. I am not God. Only God will be able to be right on every single time. I am not God, and I have days, that are better than others. And some days I'm going to be distracted, just like we all are. And if I ever say something or do something that's wrong or offends you, please let me know. And I love to explain that. And I think with that, think about humility, treating each other with humility, and lowering those expectations of those people around us. And be kinder to each other. Above all, be kinder to each other. And let's celebrate each other. Celebrate those small victories. I love celebrating with you. I love hearing your success. I love commiserating with you. And it is an honor. And I truly mean that, an honor to be in all of your lives. Everyone that's listening, I really appreciate that you take 20 minutes out of your day to listen to me. I don't think I'm that interesting, and so I appreciate it when you think I am. And let's keep this movement going of accepting others that are different, accepting others that have something else to offer, being understanding of differences, loving each other, and treating all of those strangers like friends we haven't met yet. Keep going with that pronoia. Keep going with thinking and knowing that the universe is working for us. We just have to allow it. Thank you so much, friends. I will talk to you next time.